What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at some NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin figures. So first up, we have the Last Ronin Battle Damage. So we have this what's kind of called the Naked Turtle. So we get Michelangelo without any outfit on, so just him in his basic turtle shell. So we can kind of see it there on the front, spin it to the side, see more what it's going to look like. Of course, picture there coming out of the comics. And then there's more what the figure is going to look like and some of his accessories. We can open up, see him there on the flap, and of course the figure there itself. So like I said, the Naked Turtle, because all he's got is the wrappings there on his legs, so that's pretty cool, getting that version of Michelangelo. And he is older in this one, so he's like bigger and more buff and all of that, so that looks pretty cool. Then we got the Synja Commando with Mausers, so we get this cool pack. So we're gonna get a Synja Commando robot, so another Synja bot there, just in a different look, and comes with a bunch of Mausers. So we get like the cat Mausers, the spider Mausers, and the little ball Mausers there to go along with the robot, so that looks pretty cool. So that's a nice design there. So of course we get the flap where it's almost like a little floor that you could use as like a decoration or something, and the figure there is on the back, all posed up with the different accessories it's going to come with. And then of course that also leaves us with the Last Ronin accessory set. So this looks pretty cool, like the front here, how we get all the different pictures of like some of the accessories we'll get in the pack. Of course, can spin it around as well and see many of those accessories. So I don't think it's everything, but it is a lot. So just a lot of cool accessories going on there. We get a Fugitoid, which is awesome. So just a lot of cool accessories, like I said, to go with that. And of course we'll go through all of those as well. So I'm excited to check all these Last Ronin figures out. So let me get them open out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. So we're going to start off with the Battle Damage Last Ronin, which of course is Michelangelo. And as I mentioned, this is him older, so in the more modern times of the comics. So he's a little bit bigger, no longer the teenager anymore. He's now fully grown Michelangelo, so he is bigger in size, more muscular, all that stuff like we've seen with Last Ronin figures. So looks pretty cool overall. Of course, this is what I call the Naked Turtle, or other people call it as well, because he has no clothes on at all except for the wrappings there on his shins. So he just has his turtle shell and his turtle skin. So you can see the skin, love how it's got like all the wrinkles and muscles and veins and all that stuff. So I don't think he's old enough to be wrinkly like old age, but of course with turtles they have, the design is how their heads can go in and out, so they have a lot of wrinkles around their heads and the midsection and all that, but then everything else he's all jacked and veined and looks pretty awesome there. Of course we get the normal turtle with 3 fingers, 2 toes, like I said, the wrappings there on his shins, and then he has the orange turtle shell piece on the inside here on the front side, and then the hard turtle shell there on the back and the brown, which I love, like the colors, like the strokes or whatever it's got going on there. It looks really nice with the edging around it, all the little turtle spots going around on his head. Of course they're more like lumps because they're actually like textured on this one, and of course his angry face there. So overall just looks really cool. It's just a nice basic turtle. Like if you just want to have a turtle body to then customize, this would be like the perfect body for that, because it's just so plain, so you could easily just work on it and do whatever you want. But movement-wise, we do get that'll twist around, so it can twist all the way around there, look down that far and up that far. So decent movements, not the best, but decent. We get the shoulders that come up to 90, so it'll come all the way up to 90 there. Of course, rotate all the way around. Of course, can't actually not all the way around because the turtle shell's in the way. But then we get the bicep twist and the double elbow, which is a little stiff, but can bend up that far, which isn't bad at all. We get the wrist that'll twist around and then can flex back and forth. Of course, kind of stiff, but it will flex back and forth there. Then we can go to the ab crunch if there's one. I see the cutout, I don't know. So he does sort of crunch there because this top piece here isn't attached at all. So there is some movements, at least it feels like, yeah, I can twist a little side to side and crunch back and forth there. The back shell's attached to the upper, so it does move. So it moves all with that, but yeah, you can see you can sort of crunch back and forth, twist side to side a little. So you just get some movements up in there. But then we go down to legs that'll come up, especially if you twist out to the side, can come up more towards 90, out to the side there. A little bit of a thigh twist going on. The double knee joint, that'll probably be stiff again, which it is, and it'll bend up that far to the back, and then down to the foot will rock back and forth and twist side to side. So not bad movements. Of course it's the NECA Turtle, so not really surprising that we don't get the best movements, have a lot of stiff movements, which is kind of just comes with the territory as well, so nothing really surprising about him, but it's not bad at all. And like I said, especially for a basic turtle like this, will do really good. But he comes with a number of accessories, so we do get some additional heads. So we get this head that I was going to say maybe more calm. It's hard to tell if it's more calm. His mouth is just a little more open on the opposite side there compared to that head. Then we get battle damage head, since that's part of this being battle damage. So we do get an open yelling head there, and then we can see it's battle damage because he has the bandages all over him. Although every time I see this, I feel it's just like a person, that shaved and nicked themselves a lot, so I have all the little bandages over all the spots they got cut and stuff. So that's what it reminds me of. So we get that yelling head, as well as one with gritted teeth. So that's pretty nice as well. And of course, I feel with this, since it is being battle damage, I feel we should probably put one of those on. But to go along with it as well, we do also get a set of arms that have the bandages all over them. So we have that as well. So let's go ahead and switch the bandages out and pick one of those heads. So there I got the arm switched out and the head. So now he's got the bandages all over him, which is part of this turtle. So like I said, I'll go and just leave those on for now. Of course, he is handless, as you see. So those other arms had the fist hands on them. So obviously we just switch those over. So we get the fist hands, as well as he comes with other hands. So we get a set of grip hands. So we get just your standard like C grips there with, of course, the 3 turtle fingers, as well as a wider grip here. So much wider grip. And then a set of flat palm hands as well. So we can pick and choose what hands we want to go with the accessories he comes with. And speaking of those, first we get Splinter's book, so a book of Splinter, showing, like teaching the different like karate or ninja moves and stuff, and of course all sorts of writing that is just scribbled on here. But nice book design, especially the back. You can see it's got, like a leather strap design and all that, some kanji written on it, so it just looks pretty good overall. So nice book design. And then we also get a teapot and cup, so we get a nice little teapot or a kettle, whatever you want to call it there, so you can make some tea. I don't think it opens or anything. Yeah, it seems pretty solid there. And then a cup, obviously, that pour the tea in as well. So we get these different accessories. So let me give him some hands and see if I can get him to hold any of this. So there's Michelangelo reading the book and drinking some tea, so that looks pretty good. Of course, it was hard to get the stuff all in his hands, and they'll probably switch out with different hands and do whatever you want there, but I was able to get him to hold both of those with that, so that looks really good. And of course, this is the last Ronin, so here's the last Ronin figure of normal. So of course, with the one that's all like covered up and clothed and all that, so you can see the difference with that and the naked turtle. Of course, they're about the same height, about the same size and all that stuff. It's just nice to see him without all the clothes, so you can see much more of the turtle body. And like I said, this is really good for customizing, so if you want to build your own turtles, this is a good base body to use for that. So overall, a pretty basic figure. It's not necessary. Obviously, we don't need this version of the last Ronin when we have the clothed one, but it is just nice to get a basic turtle like this added to the collection, and it works out really nice. And then we also get the Synja Commando, which of course we know the Synjas are synthetic ninja robots that serve as shock troops for Oroku Hiroto. And when the Synja Patrol aren't enough to get the job done, they call in the Commandos. So it looks pretty good. Of course, has a lot of the designs very similar to what we've seen before. Just this one has more clothes on, so it seems more of a robot with clothes. Or this could be human because it has more, at least what seems like human-like proportions, even though it is the Synja, so it's supposed to be a robot. I just noticed, like I said, with the sizing, it could be more of a human, but it's just what's supposed to be a robot covered with armor, so it's got more of like SWAT gear or something I'd call it. So we get the robot face, of course, just the all white face and body, and then we get the black designs over it. Looks like it's got a hat on its head almost, just with the design there in white, and has the red visor coming down in front of its face, so that's pretty fun. Then like I said, it's got the vest piece on, so we get the big like armored vest up here. Love how it's got almost like a barcode design, and part of the straps going up and around to the back, so all armored up with pockets here on the front, so there's a bunch of pockets to hold stuff to fight back against people. You get some black sleeves coming down the arms and legs as well, and love how it has like the white like highlights and stuff on it. That's pretty good. All the way down to the boots, has knee pads, has gloves on, has a holster off here to the side as well. So pretty basic design, but relatively similar to a lot of the other Synja bots we've already had before, especially with the black and white color. But overall, it just looks pretty decent. Now, move-wise, we do get the head that'll twist all the way around. Can look down the far and up the far, so not a whole lot of range, unfortunately, but not bad. Shoulders will come up. These shoulder pads are like attached on and permanent, so you can't get them out of the way. So arms will only go up that far, and we'll rotate all the way around. We get a bicep twist and the single elbow joint that bends there to 90 with rotation in it. Then we get the wrist that'll twist all the way around and flex back and forth. Then we go to the ab crunch, so he'll crunch back and forth a little, just very little and not much at all, but twist around there at the waist. Then we go down to the hips that'll come up, if you force it there, can come up towards 90, out to the side to that far. We get a little bit of a thigh twist going on, and the double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, not too bad at all. We go down to the foot that'll rock back and forth a little and can twist side to side. So not bad overall. Of course, a lot of limitations just because of its outfit, and then of course it's a NECA, so it's not like it get a whole lot of range anyways, but not bad, like I said. But accessory-wise, he does come with some additional hands, so we get some like claw-like hands if we want to use those for anything, or we get some trigger finger hands, which will be nice to give him some of his weapons. So let's switch this out. And with those hands, we can give him weapons. So first we get a pistol, so nice futuristic pistol design, a little attachment here on the bottom. Everything looks pretty good. So obviously with this, we could like put it into his hand, so just like stick it into his trigger finger hand there. But of course we have the holster, so let's go ahead and just put it in the holster there like that. And then he also comes with another gun, looks like an SMG since it's small here, so again, nice futuristic designs. Love like the gray and black, similar to what the pistol had and everything. Looks pretty good, so let's put this into his hand. So there he's got the SMG in his hands now there as well, so that is pretty cool. He also comes with an additional head, but it's not a head you can really use. He just comes with the cut off head. So I guess you could probably actually switch out if you pull it off of the neck piece and got it switched out. You could probably do that, but it's just supposed to be a piece that it's been cut off, so you get the wires sticking out of it. So just another head you can have laying around as battle damage. And then it comes with a bunch of Mausers, since this is also labeled as Mausers. So we do get 2 of all the Mausers we've had before. So we get 2 Mausers of the little balls with the teeth, of course the red eyes and all that. So again, we've seen all these, and I've seen that they sort of like float in the air and stuff sometimes. So we get 2 of those Mausers, as well as 2 of these Mausers, which I think, to me, I always think become the spiders, but I'm not really sure about that. But just with their design, you can see the mouth there where the eyes are, and I feel, you know, each of the legs come out like the Mausers have. So that's always what I feel these are. But again, another set of Mausers, and again, we've had all these before, so nothing new with any of them. We also get 2 of the cat Mausers, so it looks pretty nice with the cats. At least I assume that's a cat design. Looks pretty nice there. Again, get a lot of the Mauser details in the white and black with the red eyes, so that's pretty nice. And then finally we get 2 of like the spider Mausers. Like I said, I feel those other Mausers sort of turn into this just because of the design, but looks good with the mouth opening, of course the eyes, the antennas, and the 6 arms. So I guess not a spider technically, but that's just what they remind me of. So we get those as well. So you get all those Mausers now. We can add in with our last drones, have Mausers sort of crawling everywhere. So nice to get those along with our Synja Commando. Now for our accessory pack, I went ahead and brought in the street diorama because we will have some use for this. So first out of our accessory pack, we do get a Fugitoid. So of course it's going to be a more comic Fugitoid. So it looks pretty nice with the all white out body. But of course this one's been damaged because it does blow up in the beginning part leading up to our last Ronin, where we only have 1 turtle left. So we do get the blown up Fugitoid, and we do get more pieces to blow them up. So to go along with this, we also get an additional, I think it's like an arm or a leg piece. I think we can take one of the legs off and make this the leg, like his leg's been blown up. I think we just take like one of the legs, grab me, probably the more normal leg would be the best one, and you can sort of pull it off there. We get the attachment piece to be like his hip is, you know, pretty much blown off and missing part of his leg. So kind of like that, I won't push it all the way in, so I can easily get it back out. Then we can take that leg we pulled off, and this will come out of the boot, so you can pull this out. So the leg will come off like that, and with this attachment we can add this in, and then just have it sort of laying there. So it's kind of like it's just laying, like his leg got blown off as well. So that's, I was gonna say pretty fun, but I guess it's not really fun, especially for Fugitoid. But it's nice you have this, so you can obviously just have him laying on the ground all blown up there. We need a piece of his arm. I don't think we get any pieces for it though, but we need like the other piece of his arm that's blown off here. But it's pretty nice. It's pretty much the Fugitoid we got before. It's minor differences, like we do get movements with like the head can move and twist around. Of course the arms come up and rotate around within there. We do get a twist at the body, the hips, like I showed, move back and forth, and then a twist at the top of the boot and stuff. So you do get some movements out of this. And our past Fugitoid did have bendy wire, and I don't think this does. It is a flexible, but I don't think it's bendy wire, so you got to be careful with that not to bend it up. And speaking of Fugitoid, here's that one. So again, this was more from like the Image Comics, I think is what it was from. I can't remember exactly, but we just use that as just, you know, normal Fugitoid. So use a lot of similarities. It's not an exact repeat or reuse, but you know, has a lot of similarities between the two. So nice to get that, so we can just sort of sit this damaged here in the back. Then we get some more Mausers. So we already looked at the Mausers, so we get 2 more of the cat Mausers. So we have those, that we can have them just sort of patrolling around. We get another head for Michelangelo as the last drone, so a masked up head. So if we want to give this to one of our versions of Michelangelo, like even the one we just did, the naked ones, he could, you know, still have his mask on and stuff, and it has all the battle damage on it there. We've got that. Then we also get some accessories for our Synja bots, so we can bring in one of our normal Synja bots here, and we get some additional accessories we can give to the Synja bot. Of course, this belongs with the Synja bot, but we get a damaged version that we can take, like the bow staff that the last Ronin came with, and stick it on in there. So I love when they give us the heads and stuff like this that we can attach on, so you can have that stuck on the end of it, so it's like he got stabbed with the bow staff from the last Ronin. So that's pretty nice. But more for this one itself, we can turn it into an officer. So we get this head we can switch out that's got more of the black armor on it, so we can switch that out. So there's the Synja with the officer head, and we also get a vest that we can put on it. So we get this vest, we need to just pop the side open here and slide it onto him. And there we go, now he's got the head and vest of the officer, and we also get a baton we can give to him. So let's put this in his hand. So there we got our Synja officer now all kitted out, which is pretty nice. For more accessories, we get a fire hose. Now I'm not sure exactly what we're supposed to do with this. Obviously we can give it to whoever we want, but we don't have anything to attach it to because we don't have any fire hydrants or anything. So not really sure what this is for. It's just a tubey, nice like flexible tube here with the plastic pieces attached to it. So overall it's pretty nice, just don't know what to do with it. Then we get some weapons we can give to whoever we need to. We get a stick of dynamite, so a big stick of dynamite, kind of cartoonishly big, with a flame coming off the end of it, so we can throw that. As well as we get a grenade, so we get this little tiny grenade. Of course, hard to see there, but yeah, just a little grenade, could use for whatever. We get smoke bombs with a smoke effect, so we get 3 smoke bombs. Obviously, we can take these out and put them in the hands of characters. Of course, real small and stuff, so hard to do that. But we get the smoke effect as well that we can do, so obviously you can like have it sit around Michelangelo and have it like he threw the smoke bombs and smoke starting to billow out around him, so you just get that smoke effect as well. We get a TCRI canister of ooze, so we get the ooze or mutagen there, so like almost probably like the original canister or something, so nice big container that will sit in. We get a no peace diary, so we get this nice book design where it's got no peace written on it, and nice book design, very similar to the one we saw earlier of Splinter's book, so nice big no peace book. So part of the deal where they're turned on and Splinter and Donatello end up getting killed. We also get an electricity effect, so this nice, it's got like a pinkish color to it, electricity effect that can go onto the tonfa that came with Last Ronin, so we just take this and slide it onto the tonfa there, so just the end of it kind of sits on there, so it just adds an electrical effect to that, so that's pretty cool, nice addition. We also get this large sword, which I know is used by, I believe it's one of the guards of Herodos, so just this nice big sword we could give to some character, whoever we want, because I don't think we have a figure to go along with it yet, but just this nice big sword, it is huge. And speaking of Herodo, we do also get a hologram of him, so we get this nice little hologram, so you could put this in the hand of one of like the Synja bots or whatever, so nice little hologram, of course reminds me of Palpatine and stuff, but just nice little hologram image of him that we can sit anywhere. And then for our last accessories is one of the main reason why I brought out our street scene. We get some accessories for it, so we do get this security camera that we can attach to it, so we get a security camera that can attach onto this brick piece that it comes with as well, and then we can attach it on here, so up on the top section I went ahead and popped it out, so we have a missing brick up here that we can take and put this into. Now of course I feel it sits up pretty high there and it's almost touching like the roof of the next piece, but it does plug in there, so you do have a security camera. It'd be nice if you could like angle and stuff, so you get it more like angled like towards this door or something, but it just sits where it's at there, so it doesn't really work the best, so it's just gotta kind of sit in there, so we get that. We also get a sewer cover or sewer grate, whatever you want to call it, so this is what the sewers look like in the story, so nice like sewer design. Of course I assume since it's sewer you could just put it on the sidewalk somewhere, you know, just sort of sit it down here. I'll put it all, of course you can't see it, but just put it on the sidewalk there. And then finally we also get a street sign, of course nice big street sign, hard to really fit, let's kind of put it here, but we get street sign of Bleecker and Sullivan, of course a nice walk light and everything there, so it looks like people put stickers and probably gum and stuff all over the base of it. And then we do also have like a solar panel sort of piece there as well, so that's pretty nice, so nice big street sign that we could set up with this as well, so put that just right there, so that's pretty nice. And all the accessories that would come with, of course it's an accessory pack, so nothing real exciting. It was nice to get Fugitoid out of this though, so we get a nice Fugitoid to add in with our last Ronin. And of course all the different stuff I showed you, you know, get the accessories to add to our street diorama. We get all the accessories to give to people of like the weapons and everything, of course all the outfit for the Synja bot there as well. So overall pretty cool accessory pack to add to our collection as well. Well, that's going to be it for our NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin figures, where we got the Battle Damage Last Ronin or Michelangelo. We got the Synja Commando with all those Mousers, and then of course the accessory set with all the stuff you see there in the background. So overall, pretty cool figures. I really like this Michelangelo figure, just the Naked Turtle is pretty awesome. The Synja Commando is cool. It is different for the Synjas, but I'm not too crazy about the Synjas, so not super excited about it, but I do like it. It's, you know, like I said, different compared to all the others. And then the accessory pack is fun, cool. I always like getting the accessories, especially, you know, like this to add to our diorama, to get the Fugitoid as well, and then just all the different accessories, especially like the little hologram guy and stuff. So all sorts of cool things going on there with that accessory pack as well. So let me know what you thought of it all down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know what that like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more videos. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.